Hi, this is Amber. I'm just doing your monthly horoscope or tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. So if you have a Gemini ascendant, moon, or sun sign, this reading applies to you. Now it's going to be a really quick general reading. I'm going to go over your general energy for the month, your love life, your work, and then your finances. Okay? So I'm using the Aquarian deck for the whole reading. Um, the card that I pulled for your overall general month reading, you got the star card. And the star card is a really good card to have. It's about hope and faith, and just having like your wishes and desires. You're very, you're going to have a lot of inspiration this month, and you're going to be really hopeful about your future this month. So whenever I was going over your love part of the reading, I ended up pulling the Seven of Rods and the Five of Cups. Okay, the Five of Cups is about loss, regret, walking away from a situation that's not really serving you. It's also feeling hurt, and the Seven of Rods is about, it's about fighting for something like competition. It's the person that, for the relationship, they're the person that makes all the excuses. Like when somebody says something bad about your partner, they'll make excuses for them. They'll always be there to clean up the other person's mess. Um, it's basically, it's someone that's fighting to keep the relationship alive. They don't want that other person to go. So they want to keep it going, but they're struggling right now. And one person might be thinking that they're ready to cut things off, or you might be regretting saying something, doing something. This could also be like feeling like you have too many competitors too. And what I'm picking up is that basically the past needs to stay in the past. And a lot of times, uh, hurt feelings can arise by bringing up the past and judging somebody on the things that had happened a long time ago. Or it's about, I think the biggest thing that if you're struggling with your relationship, if you're already in a partnered relationship, is to communicate. Because this right here seems like, somebody's really hurt, they've put in a lot of time and energy, but maybe one person isn't actually engaging into it, and then one person's ready to just, they're almost to the point where they're tired of things and they're ready to cut things off, and maybe you finally get to that point to where you're ready to leave, and one person wants everything to just be fine. They want you to stay there. Technically they're willing to do anything for you, but maybe they won't communicate. Maybe they won't leave things in the past. So, and it just seems like somebody is really hurt right now. And that's if you're in a coupled relationship. If you're, single, you could honestly leave somebody and then become single in October. I just see somebody, if you decide to leave them, then you're single at that point. If you're already single, this could maybe be, you thinking that you like somebody, but there's too many competitors. Maybe you think that this person doesn't notice you. Maybe you've been trying to get this person to notice you, and you're getting to the point where you're ready to give up. You feel like you won't be able to achieve, having this person in your life. So that's from a single point of view. Okay. For your work environment, I ended up pulling the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Rods. Well, Nine of Wands, same thing. The Nine of Wands is about persevering, and it's about putting in a lot of hard work, and you may be thinking that you're not really getting anywhere right now, but you need to keep going. It's about having the willpower to continue on, to do your best. And the Knight of Swords is also Gemini. So it could be you, but this is a person that when they really put their mind to something, they can achieve it. This is somebody that is very cerebral. So, it's somebody that can think up different ideas. It's about communication. So if you have a job in like marketing, writing, anything in communication, this could mean that, you just need to persevere. You need to keep going. Things might be a little bit hard right now, but your finance cards looks great. So I would say just keep going at it. And this also could mean that if you're applying for a different job, say you're going to an interview, I can see you honestly doing really, really well in the interview. And this right here could be maybe, you keep applying for different jobs. But the overall message for this is to keep going at it. Don't give up on doing this. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking for a second. This also could mean that, maybe you're putting in a lot of hard work into your job and now you're kind of being recognized for it. Maybe the work that you're doing, maybe you put in so much hard work and that you've been persevering through things that now, your coworkers are starting to notice you. That could be it too, because the star itself is about having hopeful thinking and being hopeful about your future. And maybe by you putting in so much hard work, things are starting to pay off a little bit. Because in your financial side of the reading, I ended up pulling the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. And a Wheel of Fortune is about fate turning its wheels. It's about the cycle of the seasons. So this is about, fate. For example, like you might be going through a hard time in your work, but things are going to be turning better for you. It's fated that money is going to start looking really good for you. This is going to be like, you've experienced some hard times and now the cycle is turning to where you're going to start feeling a lot better about your finances. Like it's fated that this is supposed to happen. And the Six of Wands is about victory. It's about that person that stands out from the crowd and feels victorious about everything. So all your hard work and your efforts are paying off in the way that you really hope that they would. And actually, it might actually be even better than what you thought. So for example, you might be applying for jobs and then finally you get this job, or somebody comes up to you and offers this job. And you're like, okay, I'll take the job, and then you end up finding out that the pay is a lot better than what you even expected it to be. So I would say just keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head up. Money's coming. Actually, a lot of money's coming your way. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want an actual private reading, you can go to the link below to my website, and I'll be happy to give you a private reading. Thank you and have a great day.